So this is a test. This is an audio test. test. This is a test.
You're going on the trip? Yes.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. How is it? Can you hear me? Alright, welcome. Sorry for the delay. So here we are, class of 2026, senior parameeting. Here we go. Everything that's on, we don't have the screen set up. They had cleaned up from the play. So everything that's on the slideshow, since it's so small, is identical to the documents that you're looking at. So I know it's small. Look down at your packet and it's the same thing. I'm Mrs. Dollarton, by the way. I will be on the trip. We're going to go through who will be on the trip. I'm one of the co-coordinators of student activities with Miss Coffey, who is behind me. And we welcome you, and we're super psyched to make this a very memorable event for your graduating senior. So to get things started, we thought that we would indeed introduce our chaperones that we have on the trip. I'm going to start in order. They're going to pop up in a hot second. Dr. Burns, first and foremost, will be on the trip. He is our West principal. Next, we have class principal, Mr. Aaron Bird, who will also be in attendance. Then myself, Susan Dollarton. We have our class advisors who will be attending over in the corner here, Meg Grillo and Star Jefferson. In the building will also be present. She, I don't think is here tonight, but her name is Ashley Giles. We have a PE teacher / basketball coach in attendance with us as well on the trip, Fred Bitsy. And then lastly, we will have a full-time nurse available with us for 5 straight days. Her name is Miss Gerst, Andrea Gerst. She was on staff in the district full-time and is now retired but works as a subcontract almost. So she is very well aware of Cherry Hill. She's not a random, which I think as a parent myself makes me feel comfortable. So next up, we thought that it would be a great idea to get everybody. Parents are invited if you would like to be part of the nonstop communication that could be happening. But this is mostly for the kids. This is our best way to communicate because the reality is that there will definitely be times that we will be on Disney property and not right next to your child. But we have the ability to communicate at any time through this. In addition to, I would probably say from past experience, I myself will be in charge of 4 or 5 rooms of students. I will make my own chat and be in communication with just those kids. I'm pretty sure I can say that every person chaperoning will do the same thing. So even though we are not physically with your child 24/7, we are a fingertip away and we can literally be to them. You know, your child's at Epcot and I happen to be at Hollywood Studios, I can put an all-call out to my colleagues and we can get somebody to your child very quickly. Okay, so again, we are a well-oiled machine. I think we have done this, many of us have done this many, many times. We have it down. I promise you that things will go smoothly. Okay, everybody good on remind?
They're going to get this, students will also get this next week on an individual card they're going to get. We'll have this all over again for them to get.
Okay, in the packet, we just organized it, it's color-coded. Your first color is purple, and everything in there talks about scheduling and specifics of packing. If you go to the blue section, it talks about specific things that were given to us regarding airport. Obviously, the very biggest thing, if you do not know yet, is that it is crucial that we check, double check, triple check, etc. We do not want to get to the airport and have a child that is 18 or older and not have the real ID or passport. Hence why we keep checking and rechecking. So please, parents, we ask you to help kind of support that to make sure responsibility-wise that definitely is in that pocket when they come. Saturday the 14th at 4:45 a.m.
And we're going to check it again when we do baggage checks on Friday, which we'll talk about beforehand. So the Friday when we check in bags, which is a procedure in and of itself, they will need to show us the physical ID that they're going to use the next morning. When they come in early in the morning on Saturday, they're going to show their chaperone again their ID, and then we check it once again when we get on the bus, only because nothing is worse than arriving at the airport without it. So we don't want them to put it in the wrong bag, getting confused of what they're going to have access to. So we will check it multiple times leading up to the airport.
Yeah. And then lastly, that last section is everything about Disney and Universal. So you can see when you open the packet, we are spending our first 2 days at Universal. I think, the things that you would want to know, we're going to the new park. In the packet, it is listed that on the first day, we are at Universal and Adventures of somebody, Islands of Adventures. And then the second day, it is listed that we go to Epic, the new one. I just happened to be chatting with the travel agent who informed me that there is transportation back and forth through Universal. So if by chance you feel so compelled to leave on the first day from the main hub and head to Epic, even though we're going there on the second day, it will be critical that you get yourself back in a timely manner, because on day 1, when we're up, right, 4 a.m., exhausted and delirious, there will be a bus picking us up at Universal at 8 o'clock, and we need all of you there. I don't need you at Epic, right? So it says it in there that you're supposed to spend your first day there and your second day only at Epic, but it is a hopper ticket. So you do have that flexibility, okay? Parent contract, I think I walked around and tried to nail every child/family. Please make sure you read through it thoroughly. Signing away, I know my child won't drink, I know my child won't do drugs, I know my child's not going to take an Uber and leave grounds unsupervised. Some of them are obvious. Dr. Burns will speak more in detail about that, but please do review it, it is important, and then parent sign and child sign.
So one of the big things that like, students are looking forward to before the trip is to get their Disney ID number. This is where they can link to the My Disney Experience app and start making dinner reservations. They can link with their friends and make all their little groups that they can go on rides with. Students cannot get their Disney ID number until we have this signed contract from the students and the parents. We just want to make sure that you know all of our expectations. Like, we understand the big responsibility it is to take your children to another state on a plane in a big park. And we take that really, really seriously, so we just want to make sure that the students know that it is a big responsibility of theirs to follow the rules, what our expectations are, and if they're not followed, Dr. Burns will love to talk about what happens to you. And so this contract just kind of covers these main issues that you are saying, your student is saying, you know them and you understand them. So in order to get your Disney ID number,
Which arrived today by UPS at 3:45.
Today.
So we have them.
yeah, so we have them, which means we won't do it tomorrow because we got a big event tomorrow, but next week we'll be giving those out once we get those.
Turn this in.
Yeah, and you can, if you're here tonight, you can check all those boxes and sign it and hand it in to us tonight on your way out.
Perfection. Oh, speaking of, here it is. When the green contract is submitted, this is the exact thing that your child will be given, but yours would read, right, her name, not John Burns. Chaperone will not be Miss Coffey this year. She's not, unfortunately, joining us, sadly. It will be one of us. And then your Disney ID will be on there, and that's really what I find for the Disney friends that are savvy, everybody wants, right? That's when you start to make friends and start making reservations, etc. So again, that will be available starting next week as long as you submit your green contract.
In addition, on the piece of paper, it will be important to kind of hold on to this, just to kind of get yourself familiar with us. Everyone can be signed a chaperone, as Ms. Dollarton said, but you're also receiving, like, everything's color-coded. Okay, so, like, there will be a yellow group, a pink group, a purple group, and when you hand in your luggage on that night, we're going to give you a color ribbon that's the same exact color. You're going to get a luggage tag that has the same exact color on it. It's just the way we organize things, and that first day is super important because when we leave the airport, your bags meet you at the hotel later that night. So once you're organizing your color, you're just going to go find all the bags with yellow tags on it, and yours will be in that mix instead of the 150 bags altogether. So just kind of, you're going to want to lock in on what number or what color you are, and in addition, you'll have what bus number you're on. We have 3 buses that take us to and from the airport and to and from Universal. This bus number is yours. You can't like switch people. You can sit where you want on that bus, but you got to be on that bus because we take attendance everywhere. So we leave no man behind.
Okay. So this is when I get to pass the mic to the nurse. Most of the things I would say on there, these are a little, first, you're forthcoming, 1 second. If you wanted to know, we basically have a 16-to-1 ratio, so for 16 students, there are 1 of us on staff. Again, we're each assigned to about 4 to 5 rooms that are my kids, right? I call them the Dollarton, whatever I called them last year, we make a name. And those are my kids, right? I'm gonna be their point person, but all of us are the point person, right? We're ownership for everybody, but I'm firsthand to my group. Aaron Burke, firsthand to his group, etc. But please know, whatever name's on there, you can go to that person, but you can come to any of us, right? We are always right here for you. Other things, the nurse is going to talk in just a second. We are proud to be able to share that we will have 2 administrators on staff with us the entire time we are away. Overnight security, room check, you know, one night might be 11, one night might be 12, you know, if I can talk Dr. Burns into that. But once that happens, the security that is provided to us takes over, because we actually are exhausted and go to bed ourselves. And the security guard basically gives us a report in the morning. And his job is to listen to the heavy doors that open and slam shut as kids are attempting to come out, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so I can speak very much to this because I've gotten multiple phone calls at like 1:30 in the morning from our lovely security guard. What they do is they sit outside, they have a spot where they can see every single room. They stay up all night long, and every 30 minutes they write a report of any action. Like maybe it's like no action happened. Sometimes I get raccoons got into the trash and like took the pizza box down the stairs. Like I get every little detail in the morning under my door when I wake up. It is also how in 3 years ago when we had to send people home, that's how we knew because the security guard called me 3 times during the night so that we were able to act as needed. They are very watchful eye, they are very thorough. You pay for it and your price for coming here is a great peace of mind for us at night so we can sleep a little bit. But that is something that is very active and like I said, they give a very thorough reporting of the night. And then here you have Ms. Kirst.
So, going on the trip is going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to want to wear really cute sandals, don't you? Because you are all going to have blisters. So that's just something fun. I will have all of the medications with me for all the kids. Anybody who gets a morning medication, I will go to your door early in the morning before we meet for breakfast, so everyone can have it. You will not have to find me. I will talk to Mrs. Dollarton, get everybody's room numbers, meet you at your doors for your morning medications, and that way there's no, where am I sitting, do I have to find you? I will find everybody. You are able, I will have Tylenol and Motrin with me at all times. You are allowed to carry that as well, if your parents give you that permission. Anybody, and this is to the parents, I have asthma action plans and anaphylaxis action plans, although the school does have them. I need them for the trip as well, apparently. So I need anybody who does have asthma or an allergy that will be carrying an EpiPen, or even if not an EpiPen, but Benadryl. You need to see me so I can give you one of these forms. They do need to be signed by the doctor and by the parent before you can come on the trip. Any parent have any questions?
All right, so I'll go over the procedures for Friday. So Friday for school, we're going to offer 2 different times here. You know, some people may have sporting or things they need to be at. So there'll be 2 times that you can come and check your baggage. What you're going to do is you are going to come through the main entrance. We're going to go over to the broadcasting room. And then you come, you can choose either a male chaperone or a female chaperone that will go through your luggage, feel your little pockets, just kind of open up everything to make sure that everything that's coming along with us is allowed. So there's 2 times, 3 o'clock to 4:30 and 5:30 to 7 p.m., an hour and a half slot. Please don't come at like 7:30 as like we're waiting for the last people, but we can't leave that night until all the bags are checked in. And they're getting on the plane with you at like 4 a.m. tomorrow on that day too, so like please don't make them here until 7 o'clock. I'm just gonna ask that for them, I've done that, it's not fun. So come, if you're coming from this 5:30, 7 time, like 6:30, right, because there is going to be a line of kids to go through. We'll give you your ribbon and your luggage tag at that time. And your t-shirt. Purposely don't give it to you till the night before because you can just shove it right in your bag so we make sure it comes. We do take 1 group photo, forget what day it's on. We'll take 1 group photo, every student gets a copy of that group photo after the event. About like 3 weeks later, we'll get them all in. Again, you'll show our ID to us, you'll get your name tag, your ribbon. And then we lock it up. We lock the broadcasting room up until the next day where we will get our luggage. You won't have access to it again until you're rolling it on the charter bus on Saturday morning. So whatever you need. You can bring your personal item that you get, the one that goes underneath the seat in front of you. You can bring that with you on Saturday morning. Right, so the checked bag, the big bag, that one you bring Friday, but you can bring your personal item on Saturday morning. Your chaperone will check that in the morning.
Yep, so 4:45, right? 4:45. We can do it. You know how we can do it, guys. Why can we do it? Yes! Okay, hey, 4:45, we're gonna start the welcoming, I'll be wide awake, of course I will be for you. And we are gonna come and we're gonna meet in here, and you're gonna be sorted by chaperones, you're gonna be sorted by bus, et cetera. And you're gonna bring your bag that Ms. Coffey just talked about. If you wanna bring one, we're gonna take a peek and make sure you're not dragging any drugs or alcohol with you in that bag. And then we're gonna start to get organized, you're gonna get your luggage, and we board the chartered bus. You do not get to choose your bus. Whatever bus you're assigned is the bus you will be on. We will count, recount, and make sure every child's always with us. And then we're off, and the festivities will begin. I'm not gonna read them all to you. Again, remember, all of this is in that document. Show ID, head to airport, and we're off. 8:36, Frontier's taking us. And then we are going to land at 11:30 in Orlando. And we all shuttle down to baggage claim and get our bags. And then we all stand and stare at each other. And for 20 minutes, you get to change your clothes if you choose to, and get it back into the suitcase, because then your bag is gone again. So typically it's the girls that, dress warmly to fly down, and then when they get there, they gotta get into the other outfit. You will have 20 minutes to make that happen and get in your bag. Good? Then we take the bus. Then we get on another bus. We go to Universal and we soak in the vitamin D.
Just make sure if whatever personal item bag you're bringing to bring on the plane with you, the small one, if that's not what you want to carry around with you all day at the park, you can also put that with your luggage and we'll meet you at the hotel later. So if you want to switch it out, like I switched mine out and it's like got my fanny pack and use that only in the parks. So just when you're packing, just be mindful, think ahead, what am I going to want with me in Universal? You definitely are going to want a water bottle every single day wherever you go. Have a water bottle to fill up. It's free. If you buy one, it's $12 to $15 for a bottle of water. So bring your water bottle and then some type of small bag. But just remember, you're carrying all your stuff with you all day. No one is there to carry it for you. So just be mindful when you're doing your little 20-minute switch. Think of your outfit and think of what you want to carry with you. You can leave whatever you want. We put them on this big trailer. It meets us at the hotel later on.
And I'll have ribbons, so if you want to dump your
They can also, we'll put them all together.
Right, so if you want to dump your personal, I'll have the ribbons. You'll come see me. I'm purple. I'll give you a purple ribbon. You're going to put it on the bag because you want it to end up in the purple pile at the hotel. Good? All right. Luggage. Frontier allows 40 pounds. Everybody else is 50. Frontier 40. So weigh in, right? 40 goes fast. Do not bring a lot of liquid or you're going to not have a lot of clothes in there. And then personal item, it's listed there. Again, remember, it's all in the document for you. Dining cards, right? Everybody wants to know about the dining cards. Universal first 2 days, you will get 2 $20 Universal cards. Use it as you wish. Whatever you want to use it for, use it. And then you will get 3 $30 Disney, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Use them as you wish. What would I say? I wouldn't use it on breakfast. I would take care of the breakfast, either packing or the moms and dads that Instacart all the food in. Eat breakfast, something simple so that you can run and get to the park. I wouldn't go waste it in the dining hall, in my opinion, but you do you. You have $30 provided from us. Anything beyond that would be on you.
All right, the Disney ones can be used in the hotel food too, which we just talking about. They can also carry over. So if I only use $25 one day and I have $5 left, I can use it again combined with my next 30 days. So it's $30 Disney days. You can use them anytime you're in Disney at any of the parks. And same thing, Universal, it's 20 days, so you get $40 total for 2 days. So however you use it, we'll give you 20 each day, but they can carry over if need be. When you get, we will give this is like your Disney actual card that you can use to swipe in, you connect to your app. Every entrance that we give you, whether it's Universal one or the Disney one, every time you get it, we're gonna tell you take a picture. Please follow that direction. If you by chance lose that card, if you have a picture of it, it's so easy. Just go to guest services, they quickly give you a new one. Your friends don't have to wait that long for you. If you don't take a picture, the process is a lot longer to get you back into the parks. And in Universal, every time you switch a park between Islands of Adventure and Universal, you have to scan in every time. So if you, in the past year, I don't know if they've changed it, it's been in a year, it's just like a paper ticket. So it's very easy, if it's in a pocket with receipts, that you may lose it. So take a picture of every entrance ticket that you get, and especially this one because you're using this the most times. So your Disney one, take a picture of the back, and that way you have it. Disney cards, that. You can, as Ms. Salvatorelli mentioned, you can like pack food in your suitcase. Absolutely, I highly recommend it. I remember Mr. Bobo brought Uncrustables that one year and like fed all of us chaperones in line nonstop. It was amazing. It was super helpful to have. You can Instacart things or DoorDash or Grubhub. You can do whatever you want at the hotel. Even at night, you're hungry, you want a pizza, you can send it to the hotel. Just know that because, of course, it's Disney, they charge you an extra, yeah, it's like some ridiculous extra charge. So just be aware of that. It's in your, I want to say it's $16 or it's got a 6 in it. So it's either 6 or 16. I'll double check when Ms. Dollarton's talking. But the hotel does do an extra surcharge for you to deliver things to Disney. It's super easy though. You can go to the front desk, say your name, and they hand over your stuff. So you can do an Instacart, you want to do water and fruit. I will say, every single year, there's so much food left over. So much food. So talk to your roommates, talk to your, like, we try to put friends' rooms next to each other. Like, figure it out together, shop together, and just, like, be mindful that, like, you are really busy during the day, you're maybe not going to snack as much as you think at night. We always give a really late curfew because we know it's your senior trip. It's like 11:30, 11:45, sometimes midnight. Almost every night, my rooms are always begging me, please come, like, put me to bed early. Like, please check that we want to go to bed. Like, knock on their door, good night, everyone in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, go to the door. Like, you're tired, so you're not up like late eating as much as you think you're going to be. It's a lot of food that we waste at the end. We would like to try not to. You, Dr. Burns.
All right, so I get the fun job. I get to talk about what happens if you can't follow the rules. So the expectation, my expectation is you will follow the rules. Those that know me know that I don't play. I have no problem sending your child home if they cannot follow the rules. We are responsible for too many students. There's not a one-to-one situation. As you heard, we have 16 students to one adult. So we do not have the time nor the brain space to be able to, just chase kids around or, are you following the rules? Are you where you're supposed to be? This may be the first time that they're away from you. So I'm talking at home about the expectations, because if they don't, you will receive a phone call probably from me, and it could be very late at night, and explaining the situation and then indicating that your child will be sent home on a plane first thing in the morning. There's no delay. As soon as we can get the child out, they're gone. And what happens is that you will pay for that because it's an additional flight charge. There's no refunds or anything like that. And you have to pay to get the chaperone back to Florida, because I can't have chaperones back here in New Jersey. That's not helping me down in Florida. I've made that trip at least twice, probably 3 times, where I've had to, fly back to Philadelphia, everybody off the plane, hand the child off to the parent, turn around, get back on the plane, head right back to Florida. I don't mind flying. I fly all over the world. That's fine. But you do not want to be sitting next to me having lost your opportunity to be in Florida with the seniors. So parents, please have that conversation. I do not play. If they violated a rule that is sent home worthy, it will happen. It will happen. But we don't want to have to deal with that. We've had a couple years where we've had to send nobody home. I want to keep it that way, but if the children do what they're not supposed to do, we will send them home. And it is a significant expense. Airlines are expensive. I'm looking at if I want to go take my father to spring training. Flights are expensive. So, and if you're buying it for the next day, it's really expensive. All right, for the students, I would not be making dinner reservations at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. You won't make it back for curfew. When the parks close, guess what? Everybody has to ride the Disney transportation, including you. And maybe they have curfews, maybe they don't, but you do. And you have to be back in time for that curfew. So the 10 o'clock dinner reservation at Disney Springs will not get you back in time to be on time for curfew. I don't know whether the ladies are going to try to talk to me about later curfews. I've heard rumblings about that.
Right. Don't worry.
Okay.
We got you guys, don't worry.
Yeah, the kids usually want to go to bed early. We're the ones with more energy than them. I don't know how that works. I mean, my first number's a 5 in my age, but sometimes I have more energy than the kids. I don't get it. All right, so that's pretty important. So follow the curfew hours as communicated. So when we indicate to the students, hey, tomorrow night the curfew will be, because we always have like a check-in meeting. You know, when we check the students in at night, we usually have a conversation. How was your day? What did you see? You know, usually last year my kids were texting me all day long. Hey, I'm at this park. Hey, we rode this ride. They were sending me pictures that I would post on the Instagram. You know, because we do encourage that. You know, they will send us the pictures. We post them. Parents seem to like that. I take pictures as we're on the buses, you know, on the plane, all that kind of stuff. And that's how you'll be able to stay connected, you know, through us. Because sometimes once the kids get on the plane, they kind of forget about you. Oh, we're in Florida now, you know. So if you follow our Instagram, then you might see a glimpse of them in a picture here or there. All right, they're still alive. They're down in Florida. Okay, it's okay. But my kids would send me the pictures, and then I would post them. So, but it's that constant connection. And then at night, then we would talk about the day. We would set up the next day, and we would go on from there. But the idea is they follow the curfew time, and then once you're in the room, that's it. Please don't come out. That's it. Remain in their assigned rooms. And the big thing is using Disney transportation. No Uber rides. I don't want to see Uber showing up to pick somebody up. We will send them away. And then we'll find out who it was, and that person would end up getting sent home because what are they trying to do? So we have to be very careful about that. And it's also a safety thing. Okay? You know the horror stories sometimes with, you know, wrong Uber drivers or somebody showing up pretending they're an Uber driver. Please talk to your children about that. Do not, and that goes for when they're here in Cherry Hill too. There should always be some sort of safety protocol within your household about how you feel about Uber and your child taking an Uber and what things you want them to do. That's a life lesson beyond High School West, you know, and it's pretty important. So basically, follow the rules. We're going to have a good time. Don't follow the rules. You might not have a good time. Yeah, and yes, it's expensive.
So just about another reminder of green contract. If you didn't happen to get one, when you go out the door, I put them on the little rolling thing right out there, so feel free to grab them. One of my absolute, I mean, it's so nice knowing so many students going on the trip. I'm sad that I'm not going this year. But the best is, it's like the best little stepping stone to like life after graduation for kids. They grow up so much on this trip. The questions that they ask us the first couple of days, you're like, oh boy. And then by the end, it's like grow this independence, and they're able to figure it out. They don't need us to like go to the park and help them find these things. They kind of figure it out themselves. They ask questions for themselves. So my favorite part is seeing how they grow up, and you're like, oh, you're ready now, right? So traveling on their own, traveling with their friends, and making memories is truly amazing. I think they're gonna have an awesome trip. So if you think of anything, I've been going through my emails this whole time trying to find it. We get sent probably 10 different itineraries from last year when we booked this trip to now. So the one that is in your packet is not the most up to date. We got to open another one after the packet was made. I'm going to send it out, well, probably tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight, but tomorrow we'll send out the most up to date itinerary. The times that are in the schedule of when to be places are correct. You need to be here at that 4:45 time. We check in at the airport at 6:30 time, and then our flight is at 8:30. 6:30 is our check-in, the flight's at 8:30 is our flight, we get there at 11:30. The only other difference is for the arrival flight back, we actually fly into Trenton on the way back. Doesn't really affect you guys because you don't pick them up, you'll pick them up here at the high school. Actually, it's really nice because baggage goes a lot quicker there than it does.
It is later. The big part is it gets them later.
Yeah.
So I'll send you the updated itinerary tomorrow.
Okay, so the arrival time is later in Trenton. Anyway, we want to wrap things up, but we wanted to provide an opportunity. If there was something maybe we didn't say that you are churning up in there that you would like to ask, because other parents, I'm sure, are also thinking. Bingo. Yes. We are staying at All Star Sports. We are hanging out at All Star Sports. Yay! Okay. Any other questions? Contracts. Miss Shivers is going to be standing at the back door as you exit. This is our right-hand lady for student activities. Miss Shivers, I'm sure you get a lot of messages from her. She will be right there waiting and take any of the green contracts. Anyone else?